Hi, boys and girls. We're going to be doing Mike Mulligan and his steam shovel for day 3, Wednesday. But before we get into the story, let's review our vocabulary words. We have the word steam shovel. A steam shovel is a machine that digs big holes. We have the word cellar, an underground room or basement. We have the word furnace, a machine that heats a building. And we have the word janitor, a person who cleans and takes care of a building. These are our 4 vocabulary words for this story. And today we are going to be reading some pages from the middle of the story so that we can answer some questions. And the first page that we want to start off with today is page number 20. And here it goes. Let's begin reading. When they got there, they found that the selectmen were just deciding who should dig the cellar for the new town hall. Mike Mulligan spoke to Henry B. Swap, one of the selectmen. I heard, he said, that you are going to build a new town hall. Mary Ann and I will dig the cellar for you in just one day. What? Said Henry B. Swap. Dig a cellar in a day? It would take 100 men at least a week to dig a cellar for our new town hall. Sure, said Mike, but Mary Ann can dig as much in a day as 100 men can dig in a week. Though he had never been quite sure that this was true, then he added, if we can't do it, you won't have to pay. Henry B. Swap thought this would be an easy way to get part of the cellar dug for nothing. So he smiled in a rather mean way and gave the job of digging the cellar of the new town hall to Mike Mulligan and Mary Ann. So why does Henry B. Swap give Mike and Mary Ann the job? It's because Mike made a promise to him, and Mike promised that they would be able to dig the cellar in a day. And Henry thought this couldn't be done, that he could get something for free, so he decided to try to take advantage of Mike and Mary Ann, but we realize and know that that really didn't work out so well for Henry B. Swap. Let's go and look at pages 22 through 32. It says, then they started in early the next morning, just as the sun was coming up. Soon a little boy came along. Do you think you will finish by sundown? He said to Mike Mulligan. Sure, said Mike. If you stay and watch, we always work faster and better when someone is watching us. So the little boy stayed to watch. Then Mrs. McGillicuddy, Henry B. Swap, and the town constable came over to see what was happening, and they stayed to watch. Mike Mulligan and Mary Ann dug a little faster and a little better. They gave the little boy a good idea. He ran off and told the postman with the morning mail, the telegraph boy on his bicycle, the milkman with his car and horse, the doctor on his way home, and the farmer and his family coming into town for the day. And they all stopped and stayed to watch. That made Mike Mulligan and Mary Ann dig a little faster and a little better. They finished the first corner neat and square. But the sun was getting higher. Clang, 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 the fire department arrived. They had seen the smoke and thought there was a fire. Then the little boy said, why don't you stay and watch? So the fire department of Popperville stayed to watch Mike Mulligan and Mary Ann. When they heard the fire engine, the children in the school across the street couldn't keep their eyes on their lessons. Sounds like something that happens in Mr. Johnson's class. The teacher called a long recess, and the whole school came out to watch. That made Mike Mulligan and Mary Ann dig still faster and still better. They finished the second corner neat and square, but the sun was right up in the top of the sky. Now the girl who answers the telephone called up the next towns of Bangerville and Bopperville and Kipperville and Copperville and told them what was happening in Popperville. All the people came over to see if Mike Mulligan and his steam shovel could dig the cellar in just one day. The more people came, the faster Mike Mulligan and Mary Ann dug. But they would have to hurry. They were only halfway through, and the sun was beginning to go down. They finished the third corner neat and square. Never had Mike Mulligan and Mary Ann had so many people to watch them. Never had they dug so fast and so well, and never had the sun seemed to go down so fast. Hurry, Mike Mulligan, hurry, hurry, shouted the little boy. There's not much more time. Dirt was flying everywhere, and the smoke and steam were so thick that the people could hardly see anything. But listen, bing, bang, crash, slam, louder and louder, faster and faster. Then suddenly it was quiet. Slowly the dirt settled, the smoke and steam cleared away, and there was the cellar all finished. So what makes Mike and Mary Ann work so fast? The more people that encourage them and come out to watch them and pay attention to what they're doing, the harder and the faster that Mike and Mary Ann work. And we know that as the more people came, the faster they worked, the better they worked, until all of a sudden the cellar was all finished. Let's look at one last page, page 37. And it says, Mike Mulligan looked around at the 4 square walls and 4 square corners, and he said, we've dug so fast and we've dug so well that we've quite forgotten to leave a way out. Nothing like this had ever happened to Mike Mulligan and Mary Ann before, so they didn't know what to do. And my question is, what do Mike and Mary Ann see once they are done digging? They were so focused on what they were doing and getting the work done, digging the cellar, that they forgot to leave themselves a way to get out of the cellar. Now that we've read what takes place in the middle of the story, you need to complete page number 33 in your workbook. On this page, you're going to draw a picture of the work Mike and Mary Ann do in Popperville in the box at the top. And the hint says, what does Henry B. Swap hire them to do? And we know that he hired Mike and Mary Ann to dig a cellar. After you draw your picture at the top, you're going to write a complete sentence down at the bottom of what is happening in the picture that you drew. I hope that everyone enjoyed today's lesson, and I'll see you back tomorrow for day 4. Enjoy the rest of your day, boys and girls, and I